By the way, you can see me in the chat waiting for you with these random comments of Cody Rhodes and welcome to Monday Night Raw. Oh, we're live. Shit.
Yeah, we're live.
But yeah, that's what I was. Anyway, so, yeah, I did that.
Because... What do you want to talk about? Wasn't even gone long. This is also during the time he was ignoring me, by the way.
No. This was before. It's before you got here. For like 2 minutes. The way that recap of me. But you know what? I think I'm a Monday Night Marcus kind of guy. I don't know. Are you a Monday Night Manny? Or are you a Welcome to Monday Night Raw kind of guy?
I think I'm Welcome to Monday Night Raw. Or I'll go down the lines of the Judgment they did for 6 years and go, we run Monday Night Raw.
Well, anyway, let's speak of this Monday Night Raw. Rhea and ER going to Evolution. Maybe the main event, maybe not. I don't know. Oh, whoopsies!
I stumbled across this on Twitter this morning. I was like, Tiffy. You can't do that.
Tiffy again? But you know what? I'll tell you why it's a good thing. Maybe listen to the show.
If you don't know what was said, she called a black guy a boy. But yeah. I don't think she meant it that way, but we'll talk about that later.
I don't know. Tiffy's by accidents a lot. Judgment Day got everything. They don't even do promos in the ring, but they got all the belts. And Grande Americano grew 2 feet.
I don't think this is El Grande Americano anymore. I think this is El Grande Brathwitz.
I can't think of a German coffee right now, but I will have to say.
No, I went with sausage. He's Brathwurst.
El Braca. Ooh. El Schnitzel Americano?
Yeah.
Sounds sexual, to be honest. But that's good.
I mean, this was ridiculous.
White men fight. You know what? I had a problem with this segment when LA Knight and him was fighting the concessions. Back in my day, the concessions will be wrecked. Okay, concessions will be wrecked. They made sure nothing was harmed. Really upset about that.
Do you know why, Marcus? Let me tell you why before we do the introductions.
Debt.
TKO is in too much debt. They can't afford to replenish all that stuff they probably had to pay for.
Yeah, they barely. LA Knight had to pay for that popcorn he had when he attacked Seth himself. That's how much in debt TKO is in.
Welcome everyone to the Untitled Manny and Marcus show. I'm of course the racially ambiguous boy, Lord Manny Hayes. He is.
I am El Hilo del Grande Americano, the Marcus del Grande Panelli. How are you guys today? But most people just know me as Marcus Blake. I am the black side of coffee. Manny is the cream. Dollar bill. Yeah. Manny, if you were a cream and coffee, would you be a decorative logo or you just be in there?
I'll be a middle finger to society.
Manny, come on. Manny, come on. Manny, you know what? You're going to make me start this show off on a bad note. I apologize for the listener. Parental discretion advised. We all know that you are not going to be a middle finger. You're going to be the cream of the coffee. You know you're not going to be the middle finger. And you know, if you even are a middle finger, you say, no, I intended for middle finger. Everybody's going to say, oh, Manny put a penis in my coffee. That's what he did. Yeah. And you know it. You know it's a fact.
Marcus, I thought our viewers, our listeners, were intelligent enough to read between the lines. Sometimes you don't have to. Sometimes you don't have to open the first 5 minutes of the show saying penis.
Anyway, Manny, you want to talk about the show? What did Rikishi say this week to cover news? I don't know. I feel like saying that.
I don't know, but there's a video out there of Jey Uso dropping a cake for Cody's birthday. And I think Rikishi should be upset with that.
Yeah, you know, they don't respect our family. How many times we carry cake for birthdays? Lots.
WWE be dropping the ball up. My son Jay be dropping cake.
He made it a thing. He should be world champion. He should be fighting Goldberg. You know what? I am happy that it's not Jay losing to Goldberg, though. At least Triple H saved us of that. Because I feel like that would be annoying.
That match is literally 3 moves.
Yeah.
2 of them, each of them got a spear. Then it's a super kick and a splash.
But could you imagine the public response to Goldberg wrestling Jay, beating him, and then moving on to Gunther, and then Gunther beating Goldberg for the title? Just a worse universe.
To be fair, I kind of want to hear what Rikishi would have to say to it. I'm kind of living for angry Rikishi right now.
Manny, I don't want Rikishi's response. I want the angriest man's in podcaster who's going to call Jay an N-word a few times and say, "You want to act like it? This is what they do to us. This is how they treat us."
Because Marcus was ignoring me earlier, I thought something was wrong with my settings, so I've reset. I rebooted the Mac, which I haven't done since I updated it, which is probably about 3 months ago.
Yeah, that was back when he had Windows 97. He updated.
I've lost. It was just on a tab. I've lost it now.
Oh.
You know, I like to dabble in what his thumbnails were.
They're always good. They're always good. Maybe we should just post his thumbnails of the week. And if you don't know what we're talking about, just look up any wrestling podcast that uses an N-word in there.
So his last one, which was 11 hours ago, was fuck WWE and this Saudi Arabia deal. It violates freedom of the woman of WWE. It's women, but there you go.
No, it's just one. It's only violating one woman.
And then he says Silver Lake, his other video is Silver Lake has bought WWE, creating $3 billion in debt, fucking over the fans. What the fuck is Silver Lake?
I'm assuming it's all the people to come. I don't know. I'm not going too deep with this. But yeah, WWE is ass, and I don't know what to do about it. I mean, when I mean WWE, I'm talking about the main roster stuff. NXT is cool. They keep me entertained. You know what? I'm going to do a mini rant right now before we jump into. Or do you want to talk about? Let's talk about Stratton real quick.
No, go with your mini rant because you might lose any momentum you have with said mini rant.
No, but my mini rant is so on the side. It's more. You know what I'm missing wrestling? Yeah, I went over this rant before. You could say Marcus just missed Vince. I miss wrestlers with jobs. I miss the camp. We don't have any campiness in wrestling anymore. They try to take everything too serious. The best joke we got is El Grande Americano. And that's in all brands. The best joke. And it's not even really that joke. It's kind of played serious.
Well, do you know why? Do you know why?
Why?
Because did you see the beginning of El Grande Americano? The way people reacted to it. Like, oh, why are they doing this to Chad Gable? Chad Gable is so much better than this. Why Chad Gable re-signed last year, and now he's doing this. I mean, he was on TV. What more can you complain about? He was on TV doing 2 jobs. He was on TV getting 2 paychecks.
And still being probably the best wrestler in the company.
Yeah, I think people are so quick to push and jump on something, and they never let people actually cook anymore. Yeah, like in 2025, if they tried to pull off, I don't know, the Santino character, brand new, not been done before, it would not get over. In this day and age, it would not get over. Santino gets over today because of nostalgia.
Yeah,
he wouldn't get over right now because people are so like, oh, it's totally against my pro wrestling. Pro wrestling not meant to be fun.
Yeah, I miss the fun. I like. Whenever it's trying to be fun, they're also trying to be cute and tongue-in-cheek and inside. I just want it to be absolutely fucking stupid sometimes. And it makes me laugh, and then we can come on the show and we can try to talk about the stupidest shit. And that was my favorite part of the show. That's my favorite part of the show. Normally, it'd be the dumbest fucking thing, and I don't even have that anymore.
So I saw a clip, and this probably it has to be at least 10 years ago. No way, Jose coming up. 1, the entrance music. 2, the conga. I was like, this was just a lot of fun. Imagine, match is ever good? No.
Adam Rose, same shit. Just nonsense. Just Give me somebody with nonsense. Or if you go into the Attitude Era, yes, we talked about a lot of that stuff was quote unquote, as the kids would say, cringe, but it was silly. It was like it was something that just wasn't about the sport and all these useless titles. I don't know. I'm just souring on everything. The best comedy we have, I think, is injured, and that was Harley Cameron, and she's gone. There's not even a Johnny Hungy out there anymore.
This is actually kind of why I do enjoy when I go watch pro wrestling. If there's at least one or two like comedy matches, and they're there to entertain. You know what I mean? Like the whole show. There is probably at the end point is going to be a very serious angle at the end involving the main event and maybe some other matches. But you need to switch it up here and there so it's not overly serious. Because if it sets one tone the whole way through, it doesn't make for a really enjoyable show.
Yeah, everything's on brawl mode. Everybody must brawl and fight, or there's respect involved. Like, so for this Raw, you get respect out, I guess, Io and Rhea. You get brawl out of Seth and Punk and LA Knight. You get New Day, not New Day, what's his name? Karrion Kross and Sami Zayn. Basically just a brawl feud and injury. It just seems like it's just like the fun of it all. It's just the nonsense of pro wrestling that I grew up with, that I watched over the years, whether it's in WWE, TNA, AEW, WCW. It was always something you go like, that was fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
Like, now everything, not that like logic or quote unquote long-term storytelling or all that isn't a good thing. I'm just saying, break it up. Sometimes you need a dud-ass segment. And I think this is why I gravitated towards Penelope Ford and Megan Bayne matches, because that shit was unintentional comedy. Unintentional. Every time.
I mean, you still got Chelsea Green on Fridays.
Yeah, and you know what? It's the only thing you look forward to, and but they're never here. I don't know.
Let's jump into Raw and we'll talk about Tiffany afterwards. Raw kicked off with Rhea Ripley saying she needs to get priority straight with Evolution coming up. She's interrupted by Io.
Strike.
Why?
You know what? Rhea could have talked for at least 1 minute or 2 minutes before she got cut off. Do they not have confidence in anything Rhea says? She is one of the biggest stars in the company. She's in the top 3 biggest stars in the company right now.
I'm telling you now.
I'm
telling you now. If she started talking for 2-3 minutes, I would have written on these notes, Rhea said things, because she has got nothing to talk about right now.
Well, you know what? Give her a chance. I'm just saying, like, Seth comes out every week and has nothing to say. I feel like every women's segment gets cut off within 1 or 2 minutes when they don't allow them to talk.
Yeah. Io says she can choose her opponent. It reminds her that Rhea's not on top anymore because she has the world title. Rhea says, if you want me at Evolution, and if that's what you want, I am not going to stop at nothing to get that title back. What happens at Evolution is what you wanted.
I need Rhea to kill her. And I mean it. I mean, what you say, I will not stop at nothing to get my title back. I need you to kill her. Because Io thinks she's slick. She thinks she's slick. Rhea has never beat Io, according to the WWE stat sheets. I'm sure somewhere she beat her. I'm sure. But she's never beat her. I'm sure. Okay. But this is like me picking, this is the equivalent of Jake Paul picking anybody he's ever fought. I can beat them. Like, if you're going to pick somebody, she could have picked someone new. Oh, I need a challenge. Oh, I'm going to pick my best friend, Kairi Sane. She doesn't get a title shot or something like that. Somebody push you. That's the way you've beaten like 5 times in your career. You beat Rhea. Rhea, you got her number. You're so in her head. Rhea's crashing out on black women Bianca Belair for no reason. That's how much in your head you are.
AJ Styles confronts Dominic, who confirms with a sick note he has had a setback and he's still hurt. AJ puts on his reading glasses and says the doctor's note still says he's a punk ass, but threatens that he will take the title off him.
You know what? I'm going straight to HR if I'm Dominic Mysterio. Imagine So what? You coming in sick and you have a doctor's note, man. You can't work today. I'm sorry, I can't work. And then someone just goes to you're a punk ass. Your doctor says you're a bitch. I'm just saying. I'm going to HR. We're done here, AJ. We're done.
Then we get the World Tag Team title match between the New Day and the Judgment Day. See, I enjoyed the match. I just didn't think it was time for the New Day to lose the titles like that, based on what they were doing, which was nothing.
No. Go ahead.
It felt like they had a good match, and then there was no build. It was just a title change. There was nothing to this.
Yes, I 100% agree. For some reason, I felt like this was not the right time for the New Day to lose.
No.
Even though, who cares? That's what my day. At the end of the day, I was like, why did they let them lose like that? This was a solid match. Maybe we could have had a rivalry out of this. I mean, they're both healed, but they just lost, and it was like I felt empty after it. I don't know what it was. It didn't feel like it was warranted pyro celebration. Hell, I think it takes away from the match. It was just, oh, that happened.
You know, if we continued that run-in review show that we did, where you had to award a star for specific points.
Yes.
That happened in the custom match. This isn't getting anything for story.
No.
It lacked everything because the match was really good. Yeah. It went multiple segments, various times where you thought this is over.
Yeah. There was midnight hours, kickouts, close things, stomps, everything. Where you go like, oh, it was a good ass tag match.
A belt to the back.
Yeah, double cheating, back-to-back double cheating from both heels, which I always love. You have me heel versus heel, they both got to cheat in some way, and then one just got to cheat better than the other to get the win.
Yeah, it just lacked that. This could have been a really fun story. It could have gone on for a couple of weeks. It could have gone on till the show in France. I can't even remember what it's called. Clash in Paris.
Yeah, and I thought the New Day was just hitting their stride as a heel tag team. What I mean was, yes, they weren't doing anything, but I was enjoying them ducking matches and avoiding fighting matches. I enjoyed Woods changing up his look, and they both kind of did. I like the strut that he added this week. I was like, oh, they're trying to build stuff, and then it was like, oh, that's it.
Basically, what Marcus is saying is he hasn't seen Woods' thighs since that 2-on-1 handicap match against Paige. With Brad Maddox and Paige.
Hold on, man. Loading memory. Oh, you're right. You're right.
So the Judgment Day now have all the gold.
Yeah, but I still consider them anything. I don't know what I'm supposed to consider the Judgment Day. All I'm looking for is the Roxanne and Liv drama. I don't honestly care about anybody in there. Dom's cooled off due to injury. He can't be out there. So
yeah. Bailey still wants the IC title. Lyra interrupts Bailey.
I'll beat the shit out of Lyra right now if I was Bailey. I'm just saying. This is the last time you interrupt me, goddamn. I swear to God.
Marcus, if you cost me the match, if you cost me a match, do you expect me to reply to a text from you?
No, you cost me the match, and it was a championship match for a title that I'm already a Grand Slam champion, but I could be the Grand Slam champion by getting this one too. And you have cost me this one, and I'm paraphrase here, but bitch, I barely know you.
So they start
text. I'll beat your ass for this.
They start arguing about whose beef with Becky is more important. Pierce sets up a match. This match, unfortunately, ends up in a fuck you Triple H, because we know this is going to end up in a triple threat match, as this match ended up as a draw as they brawl to the next segment. Yeah, fuck you, Triple H.
Yeah, such a sloppy pin too. I didn't like it. And then he's already throwing a fatal 4-way back in our face. But that's a different story. Yeah, Lyra's in the wrong. And I don't know what Lyra's like. You don't understand what this means to me. Becky's like 10 years. 10 years. It don't get longer than that. A decade of us turning and fighting each other.
Yeah, 10 years over your 6 months, bitch.
Yeah. Shit, barely 6 months. Like this is to count 6 months, you got to count that little bit of time she was in NXT. Like you had run-ins. I've had a career fighting Becky Lynch.
Chad Gable wants American-made Spirit to stay alive. He wants Ivy to conquer Stephanie Vakir, and the Creeds to regain their position in the tag division.
Like, what did he do with his leadership? They weren't on TV anyway. He was the only one.
A taller, more ripped, less orange El Grande Americano appears later in the night.
What do you think of this mystery, El Grande? I don't want to spoil his identity because people may not know. But what do you think of this move? And do we get El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano when Chad comes back and we unveil that one of them is not Mexican at all?
Oh, that would be... I mean...
Mass versus mass.
No, Marcus, this would be a very akin to Sin Cara versus Sin Cara. Or Undertaker versus Undertaker in Night 4.
So here's where I would go with this. And you know what? I didn't have much time to think about it. It's been like 30 seconds. I made this idea. Yes, I want to do a battle. El Grande Americano versus El Grande Americano. Mass versus mass, Manny. But I also want their vignettes to be different. As in, I want them to both have different AI vignettes on their accomplishments. On who's who. I mean, I want full Undertaker versus Undertaker kind of deal going on.
All right, let me paint you a picture.
Mm-hmm.
They had Leslie Nielsen investigate in 1994.
Oh my God!
We have got a new Naked Gun movie coming out with Liam Nielsen. Can we not get Liam Nielsen to investigate which one is the real El Grande Americano?
Manny, you know how down on wrestling I was at the start of the show, and I was like, man, we don't have any fun or camp or anything. Book it. Book that shit right now. If Liam Neeson shows up overall, we're back, baby. We back. I don't care if he's playing Frank Drebin Police Squad or if he's the character from Taken or the character from Taken that he plays in other movies. I do not care. You give me Liam Neeson as special guest host of Monday Night Raw in character of Frank Drebin or whatever else.
Would you take him as Raj? Would you take him as Raj Al Ghul?
Yes. No, you know what? I won't take him as Raj Al Ghul. I'll take him merely as a man merely named the card. I will not take Raj Al Ghul. I will take the card. He can teach somebody to rub their chest and rub their arms and leave them to die. I don't know what else he did.
Finn suggests that they find Raquel a new tag team partner so they don't have to strip the tag team titles. He suggests Roxanne. The GMs agree, but they need to prove they are champions. So they book them in a defense at the Evolution against a possible team from every brand: Raw, SmackDown, and NXT.
All right, let's hear your teams. Who you got?
Well, Raw. There are no tag teams on Raw anymore.
You gotta make something up, man. You gotta make it up.
All right, SmackDown. I'm going the Blondes. I think they're gonna pair. Barefoot Charlotte and 5 foot.
The Fury.
Yeah, Alexa Bliss. Her name escaped me, bro.
You know the little one, the little thing. She comes out with the doll that's about this 3 foot. Come on, you know the thing. I think they're gonna.
NXT. I think I've got Soul and Zarya.
I have Fallon and Jasmine Nix for NXT.
Maybe.
And then
I have a Raw team.
My Raw team is Natty and Maxine.
Oh.
Yep. Although technically Raw's represented by the Judgment Day, but whatever.
No, they've made it. They said it's a fatal 4-way, didn't they?
Oh yeah. So they have to have another one. So, and it's like you said, Charlotte and Bliss, or Raw can be the Bella Twins, Manny.
No.
Yeah.
I would really prefer on SmackDown if, in my head, it needs to be the Secret Harvest. But Chelsea's doing nothing. Chelsea's doing nothing on Evolution. Chelsea's going to be the Battle Royal that they booked later. We forgot to book Evolution, so we're just going to throw a Battle Royal.
Guys, we're competing with AEW with, I guess, 2.5 matches. I don't know.
No, but this is going on the Sunday.
Oh yeah. All in on Saturday, huh?
Yeah.
I don't know. They're just throwing shit together. I will say this: my prediction for Evolution. I know this may be a little bit premature, but I have Paige returning, even though she says she's not talking to WWE recently and she wants to separate them for life. I have her returning and doing commentary. On commentary for the event. Something like that. Wait, is that a rumor?
I don't think it's a rumor, but I don't think she's coming back to compete. I think she'll work the show and probably start doing the roundtable shit on the kickoff shows going forward after that.
Yeah.
There's no real need for Paige to be on TV.
Yeah.
Outside of being like in TV spots like that, where you don't have.
If I'm correct,
stories and stuff.
She didn't wrestle in the first Evolution pay-per-view because she was injured, right?
Yeah.
She might just be on there just because. They might wrestle. It may be Paige and Nikki Bella.
Oh no. The Judgment Day vote in Roxanne. Raquel says Chiquita again.
Yeah, here's my thing. What's Raquel mad about? This is the best case scenario. I don't understand what, like, the worst case scenario, we get stripped and we have to go win these titles back. Or the second worst, okay, you get to keep your title, but you got to find a partner who you don't. You got to find another random partner. You know, Roxanne, she's working with the Judgment Day. It's no reason. A little bit beef, but it's all right. It's in the family.
So we get Sheamus versus Rusev. Now this match was scrappy as fuck.
Mm-hmm. Two people were really fighting. This was some early man fight.
It felt like a fight. It felt like two old men beating the shit out of each other.
Yeah, and did it feel old, man? Yes, it did. I felt they were tired the first 5 minutes. You know how old people fight. Where it's like, all right, we're done in 30 seconds. But all right, here we go. But no, it was a good physical brawl. It was a scrappy back and forth. I hated the finish. I didn't like the referee blatantly seeing Rusev take the pad off and then pull somebody. I feel like that's illegal. If the referee saw you taking the corner turnbuckle off, I believe, and then hitting your opponent with, I believe that's considered illegal. Am I someone that is a stickler for rules? Yes, I am sometimes. But I think the referee should have called DQ. I'm just saying. I hate the finish.
Yeah. Rusev wins with a match kick. I'm gonna call this now. I want to see Rusev versus Gunther in the same kind of situation as this, just slapping the shit out of each other.
But do you think they're going to do that with Rusev? I don't know where he stands in WWE right now. He seems like he's just there. Like, it seems like they're building him a little bit. He is a monster. He is taking out people, but I don't feel like they're pushing him that he's a main eventer.
He doesn't need to be a main eventer. I don't think Gunther's going to be in the main event very long.
Oh, the Goldberg winning, huh?
Not with the Goldberg thing. I think with the Seth stuff that's coming up, and it's just like, yeah. Karrion Kross attacks Sammy backstage and takes him out with a pipe, which I was like, get him, Karrion.
I was like, who left that lead pipe right there? Who left that lead pipe right there?
It is interesting how every wrestling event there's just a lead pipe lying around.
I can't find a lead pipe anywhere, Manny. I walk the dangerous streets of Long Beach every single day, and I can't find a random lead pipe anywhere. I can find sticks and random pieces of wood and maybe needles in the gutters.
I go to hardware stores. I don't see lead pipes lying around like that.
You know what? I may go to my local Home Depot and go, I need one of them ass whooping lead pipes. Y'all got any? Not even to fix anything. I need an ass whooping lead pipe. I need to show somebody. I need to teach somebody a lesson. Oh, I'll three, sir. You see a bunch of people over there. This could wait.
Gunther says he's not afraid of what's left of Bill Goldberg because he's seen what he is, a 58-year-old man on his last Raw, riding his coattails on his way out. His goal for Saturday Night Main Event is to outclass him and embarrass him in front of everyone near and dear to him. At Saturday Night's Main Event, he's going to bully him and treat him like a piece of crap. And people are guessing if he still got it, but he's going to expose that he never had it.
You know what?
Goldberg.
I think it's time to give out a new title. I know we have a speed championship and all these other belts I want to get rid of, and I know I'm the person that want to liquidate all the belts. I think we need one.
Maybe just a patch. Not a belt, a patch.
Maybe a trophy or a crown or something.
Not something that you carry out, just something like a Boy Scout would have, where you just put a little badge there, and it gets taken away from you when we find someone else.
Yeah, and this person, and Gunther is the meanest person in wrestling. Every single time he says something, I go, "Well, that's a bit harsh. I don't like the man that much, but damn. Well, goddamn." Although I'm really hoping it's a dog walking. I hope it's a dog walking.
The funny thing about it is, at some point in the back, they've had a conversation about what's off limits and stuff like that. So Gunther's probably said, I'm going to say this. In the back, it probably sounds fine. But when he says it, the way the camera was in his face.
Yeah.
He's actually faced the camera, broken the fourth wall, he's talking directly to the camera. It feels meaner.
Yeah, it just feels so harsh. It's like, bruh, I didn't know people would just be. He just comes off as the asshole everybody knows, and you can't do that about it. Like he says, he's the bully that bullies everybody. He's the bully of bullies, or whatever. And you feel it. You really feel it. I feel if Brock Lesnar were to go say something mean, it would hurt less than when Gunther says it.
He said, which is the question, who's next for the ring general? Seth Rollins comes out. Seth says he went all the way to Saudi to prevent CM Punk from being the world champion, not to cash in Money in the Bank. CM Punk comes out. Seth runs away. CM Punk shoves Gunther to the ground. Seth brawls with LA Knight. Segment was insane.
Yeah. Travel all the way to the Middle East, huh? Just to go prevent somebody. You do that in the middle of a global conflict. You go do this. You kind of crazy.
Which is more petty, though? Seth going to the Middle East, or that time AJ went all the way to Australia? Because bear in mind, the flight to Australia is it's like a day round trip.
Yeah, I don't know how long the flight is to the Middle East. I'm gonna say it's the middle of what Australia is.
As long as the flight to the States.
Yeah, I'm assuming it's probably maybe 10 hours, maybe 12-hour flight, something like that. Because goddamn, I'm gonna say AJ Styles going all the way to Australia for I think essentially one punch.
Yeah,
that's all he got. That's all he got was like, I just want to hit him once. I just want to hit him once.
Was it LA Knight too?
Yeah, it was LA Knight. Let me get one. Here's my question, just to stretch the segment. Is this leading toward a LA Knight or CM Punk heel turn? Because, they had that little conversation in the back. It was like, get to the back of the line, Punk, because I am the line. Yeah. And then he walked off into nowhere.
No, this is literally being petty assholes. I think this is just a transition to try and get... there's rumors that are saying that LA Knight is supposed to go on to Raw.
No.
To help with Netflix viewership.
I'm also going to throw this out here right now for WrestleMania predictions. I have Sammy main event in WrestleMania this year. I think that's the goal. I think that's the goal.
He should, but if he carries on the way he carries on, I don't want to see it.
I think he's gonna. I think they're showing him beat up and tethered. You saw him with the tape whip. You saw that fake doctor rubbing on his, just poking at it. I need to get tape ribs so I can have just a woman just going. She was doing nothing. She was doing nothing checking those ribs. I think she was making it worse. That was just like a kid going, nah, quit it. Stop touching my injured rib.
No.
Oh, I'm happy he knows, bro.
Yeah, let me tell you what this was. You can't necessarily prove how someone's ribs is acting unless you poke them. Much like you can't tell how someone's wrist is acting unless you get a hockey stick and you go like this.
I can't do it. I can't do it. Well, I'm broken. Yeah. So I'm gonna start taking it. This is how I'm gonna get my medical license. There's gonna be a question and test. How do you know if somebody had broke ribs? Keep poking at them. How do you know if someone's wrist is broken? Someone give me a hockey stick, quick, or a really curvy broom.
Because Marcus, how many times have you actually gone to the hospital or anything for like an injured body part?
Once in my life.
So, did they do anything where they were just like prodding at it to go, does this hurt?
No, I guess it was for my knee. They kind of squoze it a little bit, like, oh, where's the pain? Where's the pain? I was like right here, and then that was kind of it. But they didn't keep poking at it.
So I remember when my ankle was jacked up, and it was a point where it kind of felt like it was okay for the lesser part. To the point where he's checking it, does this hurt? This doesn't. Then he grabbed like from the actual heel, and then the toes and twisted. Like, does this hurt?
Yeah.
I'm like, you motherfucker, you just set me back 6 weeks.
Yeah, what the fuck are you doing? Is this what you put me in the Indian death lock? What's going on? Yeah. I don't know what doctors doing wrestling moves. It's hurt. Indian death lock.
I think he made me have to require surgery.
I broke it.
Speaking about broken, it's Bron Breakker and Bronson Reed versus Sami Zayn and Penta. Penta walking on Night of Champions hasn't gone down well with many people on the internet.
No, apparently, I feel like he's getting it too harsh. I feel like Jeff Hardy was worse. There's so many other people who've been worse. I think Rhea did one that was really bad one time. There's a lot of people who've done worse run-in saves, and I feel like Penta walk. He had a long ramp, people. He had a long ramp.
Well, because what he did was unforgivable though. He was Penta walking first, then he started doing the Zero Miedo to the fans.
Sometimes you lose your train of thought. You know what? Maybe he was assessing his situation, people. He was looking, going,
Did you watch the Dave LaGreca reaction to it?
No, I know you sent the video. I chose not to watch it. I was like, I don't want to hear about that. I'm assuming he ranted and said, fucking
He ranted, and then he was like, if I was out here and Mark Henry was doing the world's strongest pose and signing autographs and stuff, and I'm screaming over here, Mark! And then Mark's actually talking like, I'll get to you in a minute. I'm coming, Dave.
I'm sure, but honestly, Mark Henry wouldn't be able to get there fast enough anyway. I need somebody with speed to run in to save me. Even I feel Penta was faster than what Mark Henry would be, even though he was signing autographs. I feel Penta was faster than Travis Scott earlier this year, who interfered in the match. That took an hour.
He's still faster than Hogan at WrestleMania 31.
Ooh, yeah.
Hogan, Nash, and Scott Hall.
Yeah, they were in slow motion. It was like that movie. I don't know if you remember. I think I seen clips. I don't even know if I seen the whole movie. The movie Click with Adam Sandler. Like somebody went this and saw Hogan and Hall and Nash really injured no way. Like, get out there.
I just want to point out that was supposed to be a run-in. Triple H and whoever was in the ring at that point with Sting just stopped and waited, like they were gonna get there anytime soon.
Yeah, come on, buddy. Come on. But I swear I don't understand why this seems to be. It seems to be a growing issue, though. It seems to be something that's happening more and more, like with wrestlers. Well, it's not just the WWE thing; it's the AEW thing too, as well. Like it seems like no one brings the urgency of a save. And I hate the music being. I've always hated music being hit for the save, unless you're Stone Cold Steve Austin. I don't know why. If that glass hits, then it's like, oh shit. But anybody else that's coming out there, just run and make your save. I don't need your full interest. I don't need your music. Who cares? Fuck your pop. Fuck your pop.
Penta was maximizing his minutes at Night of Champions. He went all the way to Saudi. We got to do something. You got to maximize that time.
And let me tell you this: the people in Saudi wanted the Penta walk. Everybody wants the Penta walk no matter what. Okay? He gave the people what they want. Gave the people what they want. He wasn't on the card anyway. Gave the people what they wanted. In fact, he drew the Saudi Arabia to do 2 or 3 steps and Penta walk and go 0 Rieto maybe 3 times. That's what that man got paid to do.
Seth Rollins taken off. Braun Breaker says it's his time to smash anyone that gets in their way. Braun eventually spears Sammy for the win. They take out Penta and Sammy after the bell, and then Jey Uso makes the save with a chair.
Question. What do you think of Seth's Money in the Bank briefcase? That's on sale now at WWE Shop, of course.
You're not getting paid to advertise that.
Yeah, but maybe by accident they may say, "Did we give him a check?" And I can always go, "Hey, I never got my check," and they send me one.
I don't mind it, but it's for a guy that no one cares about right now.
Well, I'm saying make it interesting. If you're gonna have it this week, I think every briefcase needs to every week you need to have a new briefcase that matches outfit. I'm just saying, whatever outlandish outfit he's wearing, I think he should have to have a matching briefcase for it.
Just every time he speaks, I just want to change the channel.
I don't know. Yeah, I don't. He's not.
And we're on Netflix, so you can't necessarily just change the channel. Maybe hit the back button.
Maybe put him in picture or something. And be like, all right, hit mute. Go make some macaroni or something in your kitchen and come back and hope he's done. I don't know. But he never said anything important. And him and Heyman don't have any chemistry. I think he's made everybody in that group worse. Everybody was better off by themselves.
Yeah. Yeah. That was Raw. It was... You know what? This is the first time I watched Raw live for a while.
No.
Like, not on a live stream or anything, just like live.
Yeah, not times 4.
Not times 4. I was writing notes. You know what? It was quite nice. This episode of Raw was 2 hours earlier than it normally was.
Yeah.
And it's because they taped SmackDown directly after it, so the SmackDown roster can have 4th of July off.
Yeah, that's nice of them. And that's what I realized. I was like, what? Because remember on the watch, though, we couldn't figure out why. It was like, why did they go to earlier? It was like, oh, they're going to give them the 4th of July off, which is a good thing, I guess. You know, America, whatever's left of it. I mean, whatever people are fighting, whatever we're celebrating is really actually going on.
This year, you could be celebrating the end of America.
Yeah. I mean, once you have concentration camps in your country, it's like, are we really talking about independence anymore? Because I think it's time to fight at this point. So
my cousin asked me, and I quote, where is it? Are you still planning on coming out here this summer? Not sure. Haven't got round to renewing my passport. He wrote LOL. And I went, LOL, is it even safe? Your leader is fucking it all up. His response was TBD. Every day is a new adventure.
Yep. Well, you know, Manny, you may be considered, if you came to New York again, you did the same exact stuff. You go to Trader Joe's, you're living your life. Next thing you know, some guys in masks jump you and throw you in a van and think you're Mexican. And all of a sudden, you're in El Salvador going, what happened? And I'm going, well, I guess it's the Untitled Market show now.
Wouldn't that only happen if I was in your neck of the woods?
It's everywhere. It's all America.
I mean, I don't see ice raids in New York.
Yeah, that's going on.
Really?
Yeah, it's everywhere. It's just, you know, California has the most because, you know, it's a stolen Mexican land.
Let's get to some of these chat comments. Good morning, evening. May Hulk Hogan buy $1,000 worth of fireworks, and they're all duds. Chad tried to tell Yohi and El Grande Americano, happy Bobby Bonilla Day.
Yes! Manny, you understand Bobby Bonilla, right?
I get the premise that he gets paid every year on this day for a contract that he signed with a certain baseball team. Yeah,
over $1.1 million every year until 2035. Hallelujah, he gets another paycheck again. I just wish my life was just like Bobby Bonilla. I just wish I had one good baseball season where people were like, let's pay him for the rest of his life. For one before. He's the next Barry Bonds. I know it. Done. I'm out the league.
The only appropriate triple B initials. Manny, stay home. Don't come here. I would leave if I could. Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
America's bad. It's bad. It's bad right now.
Would the cousin candles let me come over?
What?
I don't know.
Come over what?
Yeah, I know. They're mostly girls, Eric.
Mm.
Way younger than you.
Yeah, stay away from them. This ain't
Stay
a
away from
quinceañera. This ain't a quinceañera. Put your camera down.
As in my job, when we do data, they're not in scope for you, so they're not in scope.
Oh shoot, Kane, to be serious. To be serious for a moment, Marcus. I visited one of those camps in Germany, and I'm still a bit affected by the experience there, even after 25 years. It is.
It still holds. There's certain places where you go visit, and then it still holds some. When you go there, it's actually like, I don't know if it's just a moment when you're there, because everyone's a little bit silent. Like even if you go to New York and you visit Ground Zero,
yeah,
it's silent there. There's no one's really making a large amount of noise. There is a aura there. It's just like something awful happened.
Yeah, and then imagine 9/11, but the Holocaust, millions, and just when hearing about it for years, yeah, this isn't like this was like a day. No, this was going on. The hearing of how people were suffering and tortured, and they were starving them out. Like every documentary or thing I've seen on it, it literally makes me sick. It's like it makes me it's depressing. And you just wonder, how could humanity be so cruel and evil? And I'm thinking the same way when certain things going on right now in this country with I'm like, we're cool with this? We're cool with this shit. This is not what anybody signed up for. This is not America, and this is not the way it's supposed to be.
Well,
anywhere in the world. I'm just saying.
I specifically remember when George Floyd died, and it's not necessarily something that affected me as much because I'm not black. But I saw the way it affected you a couple times before we decided we were just not going to do a show that day. And yes, there's certain things that happen, and then you go, it makes you wonder, like, why are we just carrying on with it like that?
Yeah, why are we just allowing? Like, how do we just move on from stuff like, not to turn it into like political or to history or anything like that? You just wonder, how cruel can the world be, and how do people just go on about their day and just allow shit, like, just be like, oh yeah, I can go to work and be cool and not think about this. No, it's like, or when someone says, oh, let's not make things political. What the fuck you mean? Look outside. Hear what's going on. Shit is fucked up, and it just seems like no one's doing anything about it, and nothing's stopping it. And it just seems like you feel helpless, and you just look on and be like, what can I do? What can I do? You just feel helpless.
You're in that kind of situation where you're damned if you do and damned if you don't.
Yeah. It's all fucked up.
Eric said, Kane, I visited the Museum of Tolerance and it messed me up for a long time. So I can imagine the effect it had on you being there.
Yeah.
It's the realization of what happened, yeah. Marcus and Shante are still recovering from the plantation visit in New Orleans. I think I was affected by in high school for you always have to do a book when you study literature.
Yeah.
We normally schools in the UK, they tend to do Mice of Men or some other normal bullshit like that.
Yeah, we do that too. Yeah. Catcher in the Rye, Mice of Men, all that shit.
We did a book called Roll of Thunder, Hear My Cry, which was about black slaves working the plantations and then trying to escape.
Yeah.
One of the darkest books I've read, and I think I was like 14. Yeah, I think I was like 14 years old when I read that.
It sounds horrible
for English literature.
And it's good when people read about these things and you learn about them and you see the atrocities and the horrors of it, and you're just like, this is horrible. Like Eric bringing up the plantation, yeah, I'm affected by it because we heard all the atrocities that happened on there, and you realize, oh, it just was what it was. There's no resolution to it. It was just kind of like, and then it stopped. Like, that's it. That's it. There was no real justice to any of this, and it's just like it's just
Yeah,
horrible.
but that's the thing with news and stuff. It's weird that we're talking about this because we're not exactly the right people
Hold
to
on,
be
guys. We're
talking
gonna
about.
talk about strategy and the races in a minute.
Um,
Whoopsies.
but like a lot of these things, like there's public outrage for a couple of weeks, then suddenly a new thing takes over, and then what was being felt a week before is brushed under the rug,
Yeah,
and that,
like
that that's the case of the news all the time.
yeah, they got to follow their cycle and they follow their ratings. They're going for whatever draws people in, and they're always looking for the next thing. Whether it's let's talk about Diddy and oh yeah, this is crazy and all that. But then we're in the Middle East, we're having a war in Iran. Oh, let's talk about Trump and whatever racist bullshit he's up to.
Mm.
And then that all goes for a week, and then we start all over again for the next week.
Yeah.
And and this week is I don't know, it's just I don't know. I'm just annoyed by everything. Fuck all that.
Yeah, history seems to be repeating itself. You know what? Do you know what the funny thing about that comment is? I imagine that I've felt that happen on the show when he has given up with his train of thought and he's like changed the subject to talking about something completely different. Like, I had a baked potato today.
Yeah. But no, so Eric put in the comments for those who are just listening, maybe. He put, I need to change my profile pic. If you don't know Eric, profile pic is him from one of our
Toupee
Tuesdays, where he has a wig on and he's biting his chain. It's like it's utterly ridiculous. I've had scenarios when I have at work, we were having a serious discussion about something, in an email or it's a thread or a comment, and my profile pictures are normally ridiculous. If I would grab my badge, it's kind of ridiculous too. If Eric knows I don't take normal pictures, my pictures are normally like or something stupid, kind of like I do a Manny face or something around those lines. It's never a normal face. So my profile picture was ridiculous one time, and we're in this chat and we're talking about something really serious, and I go, this is not the picture that should be represented to me. It's me going, woo. we're talking about harassment, and it's me going, woo, in my profile picture. It's ridiculous, and I immediately changed it to something like this. And I'm like, that's even ridiculous. Like, I hate it. I hate those moments.
My current work one needs to be me with the phone like that, looking judgmental. But then the new one that I've added with Rika right next to me with the phone, it's just like I've taken a picture of Rika and just put her next to me like that. I feel like that looks more ridiculous. Marcus has a great picture. It's the one you took of him where he's kind of golden or like bronzy. With the shirt he's wearing. That's the coolest picture Marcus has.
Yeah, I should have more. The rest of them look like trash. I hate them all.
Okay.
Yeah, there was somebody in the profile picture where this profile picture was SpongeBob SquarePants, and we're having a serious discussion about harassment. And you gotta going like, I think in this moment that person's regretting their profile picture too. We're not adults. We want to talk about Tiffany and her use of the word boy. So was this in Saudi? Where was this?
It must have been. No, it couldn't have been in Saudi because she was wearing wearing her ring attire. It must have been a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I don't know exactly where it was, but she's walking up the ramp, and then I believe so. I'm gonna say a gaggle of black people are hanging around on the talking about and they're saying, "Hey, Tiffy, your time is coming up. Naomi is coming for your belt. She's coming for your belt. She's gonna cash in on you." And then Tiffy, who's holding her title, walks over to, "Yeah, boy." And she goes full on, "Let me get into my pickup truck and let's burn some crosses mode." And I will tell you this. She should not be saying that. Obviously, we've already had discussions about racism, inequality, and contract. We already had about how people should be better than people. She should not be saying that. But however, Manny, it amuses me that if Tiffy, over her career, every so often, The racist side of her just slips every single time. I mean, people got offended all the time. Like, this is the second. This is strike two. This is strike two, Tiffany. You already had the black bitch video.
Was it black bitch or did she say the N word?
No, she said video? No. It was black bitch.
It was black bitch.
So it was running for him to, I think it was Jade or Bianca. And then it's a dubbed in, you black bitch. She didn't actually say it. But someone dubbed it in, she reposted it. So, not guilty in the court of law. The boy comment came off a little aggressive. Did she mean it like that? I don't know. Tiffy is young, but I also can see she's from Minnesota, and she's a white blonde woman.
The thing is, the interesting thing about what I tend to do when I'm around people and they're enjoying music, when the N word is just thrown out, I do pay attention to who says it.
Oh, yeah. Well, my favorite thing is, have you ever seen Old Dads?
Yeah.
When they're rapping and the guy's like, no, I never said N-word, even in songs. And then they say it in like a song, they play a song or something. And they say, what do you do? What do you do when he says the N-word over and over? And the guy goes, oh. And then I think they catch him saying the N-word.
Oh no, I like to trap people with Marcus. What have you ever had those chips, salt and vinegar?
Oh, get out of here! That ain't no trap. First of all, I want this for the record. Not only should the N-word be banned, but the word and use of vinegar should also be banned. I see no use for vinegar. Maybe because I'm not a cook. I do not like vinegar.
I don't actually like the term Negro either, even though that's how it's said in Spain for the color black.
Oh, I'm okay with that.
No,
it's a language.
I
think it's their language. It's Spanish. Well, I must be like, nah.
Also, I'm gonna give this a public service announcement to white people. It is sunny right now. It is the summer. I appreciate you lot get sun. Do not, and I repeat, do not bring your wrist towards mine or any other black or brown person and go, I'm almost the same color as you, because you're going to get punched.
Yeah. Whenever someone says, oh, it's dark, get the fuck out of here.
You're going to get punched.
Some people deserve to be choked out, and I think it should be legal reasons. Like, I would try to propose a bill that, Your Honor, I choked this person out. But here are my probable cause. Simple as that. I was provoked. Temporary insanity.
What condition Randy Orton has? Intermittent.
Explosive disorder? Yeah. We all got that. If someone says something so stupid, they deserve to get their ass kicked. I'm just saying. Just publicly.
Yeah, I didn't actually look up any news in wrestling this week.
I
watched LFG. Marcus didn't watch LFG. But they've essentially picked the teams. There's a little bit drama in it, but it's not built up as much. So the last two to be picked were Bubba's the two men that were on Bubba's team, and Bubba has the pick.
BJ Ray.
No, so he goes to Drake, do you want to do this? You ready to be on Team Bubba? Drake goes back and go, are you sure? No, I'm not. I don't think you. I think you should go with BJ, because when it came to picking between me and him last season, you picked him. Mm-hmm. And Bubba's turning around and like, that's the exact reason I picked him over you.
You're a little bit.
Let's do a BJ sitting match here.
Yep. It is. I mean, it's all. So my thing with LFG season 2, I think it's too soon, and it just takes away the novelty if it's happening so fast. I'm like, I'm not as invested if it's going to just be like year round, like it is basically.
It's basically
the same people.
I don't think this show really did well when the American version of it came over. It's called Taskmaster, where you get 5 kind of celebrity comedians on there, and then you set them to do like a random task. And like internally, there's not a right way to do the task. Everyone will do something in different ways. It's whoever does it the quickest or whatever. They bastardized that show to the point where it's not once every year now. It's like maybe 2-3 times a year.
Yeah,
I feel this is exactly what's going to happen with LFG, and then nobody is going to want to watch it after this season. I think this season people's going to start losing interest.
yeah. Like I already forgot about it. Like right away, I told Betty my plan was Sunday I was gonna watch it, but I was tired. I ended up falling asleep, and I was like, "Fuck it." I didn't watch it, so I told myself I'll watch it Monday. Completely escaped my mind of anything to watch at all. Like, and then I realized, I just realized I don't think I care anymore. I think that's what it comes to. That's what the conclusion is. When Manny brought it up to me, asking, that was the first time I thought about LFG since I thought about it Sunday night or Monday in the middle of the night somewhere. I was like,
well, so I told you I watched Raw live last night because it came on at 11 p.m. So normally I'd be watching Raw around 4 o'clock when I finish work. I had nothing to do for like 2 hours and a half. So I was like, I completely forgot about LFG. Normally Monday is the day I watch LFG. Monday morning is the day I watch LFG. It's like 40 minutes, quick watch. I forgot about it too. I watched it in the time frame that we had before the show.
Yeah. What was I gonna say? God damn it! There was something I was gonna say. LFG. Let me try to pull this together. LFG time frame. What's something else you brought up? Taskmaster. There's something in between here that I'm missing.
Bastardizing shows by over.
Nah, a little bit past that.
I don't know.
I'm sure it's not important. Whatever.
Kane, LFG. I mean, it's 40 minutes of nonsense. So if you can fit it in, fit it in. It's not must watch.
No.
It's not like, oh, I've missed it. Oh, damn.
Yeah. This isn't like the lost episode of Itchy and Scratchy where they're like, we'll never show that one again.
Yeah. So it's not must watch. It's like if you're free, watch it.
Yeah. It's a good background show. It's a good background show, to be honest. You're doing.
If you're going to watch the Formula One movie, you've got to suspend your disbelief. No. In Formula One, the actual sport, when you start the race, you have to qualify for your position on the grid when you start that race. Okay. They've completely forgotten about doing that in that movie. And if you drive dangerously, you get black flag. You get disqualified from the race. In the same race, Brad Pitt does a move that I'm pretty sure would result in black flag because it's dangerous.
Oh well, you know what? I'm okay with a spin of disbelief on movies every now and then. Like, that doesn't happen in real sports. Like the movie Draft Day, which Eric finally watched. He called me Sunday in the middle of me being groggy. Yeah.
Wait, have you ever watched that?
He had never seen Draft Day. He watched it with Shantae on Sunday. He called me in the middle of me sleep. This is around the LFG time when I chose not to watch it because I was asleep. And he was like, "Why? Who was that Bo Callahan's birthday?" And I'm like, "What?" And then what's coming through? And then he's like, "Oh, you watched Draft Day? You haven't seen it?" Like,
what a way to wake up!
Yeah,
Bo Callahan's birthday.
I'm looking for a full discussion with Eric about Draft Day. I think we should save it for Saturday, just because.
Yeah, because I love Draft Day too.
It's one of the greatest, stupidest movies of all time.
It's a must watch just before the NFL draft too. Even if Diddy's in it.
Yeah, Eric was like, Shantae hated what to call the agent. I was like, oh yeah, Diddy. I forgot. There was a part of me that forgot he was in that movie as his agent.
No, I remember Diddy being in that movie because I was like, is this gonna ruin my enjoyment of this film? No.
I'll tell you, it doesn't. And just like, if I watch Naked Gun, that's Norbert. That's not O.J. Simpson. That makes me laugh. Or that it is O.J. It makes me laugh even harder.
What was I gonna say? I knew Chadwick Boseman was gonna be a star from that movie.
So when I originally saw it, I think I saw Black Panther first. To be honest, I saw Black Panther first.
I saw Draft Day first.
No, I saw Civil War first.
Okay.
And I was like, "Oh, who's this fucking guy?" Black Panther fucking.
He had prisons, didn't it?
He had what the aura, as people say. Like you look at it, you're like, "Oh, that's a main character. That's no side character right there." This is like one of those. Oh, you go. Oh, he deserves his own movie at this point.
Oh, Eric, if you're still in the chat, SmackDown's taped, so you might want to come with a planned out show on Saturday because we're probably going to run through that show quite quickly.
I think there should be a show segment. I don't know. Maybe we come up with a gimmick for that show, or we just talk random shit.
Maybe
it ain't gonna be much happening on SmackDown. It's on tape show, 4th of July weekend. Ain't nobody watching that shit.
The new Jurassic World movie's coming out this week.
Yeah, so there's a few movies I want to see. I'm not that hyped about Jurassic World, even though I probably will go see it just because. But I need to see that.
What? Because you can't remember the theme song? Oh, well done.
I told you I couldn't remember that one day. Oh no, I had a brain fart. I wish we could do trivia of theme songs. I think I'll win. In all theme songs.
Oh no, I'm good. I'm good with theme songs.
But there's no way to do that.
Kane, we do, but we've still got two. We still got two stories that you sent in already. So unless you want to add more. Yeah, I mean Jurassic World, Superman.
Superman's all right on Superman. Superman has bigger stakes. Everything's on Superman. Jurassic World could be terrible.
I was trying to put that into terms on the mid card mess because I think it was Maurice, maybe it was Raph, posted that AEW stars were posting with the cast of Superman.
Yeah.
Posted, and I was like, if you're a wrestling fan and you love AEW, you need to go watch this movie like 12 times. A lot is riding on this.
It is all right. It is all right on Superman. I have never seen a movie with so much stress on this back. Like it could be if it does okay. They're like, oh, I didn't make his money. Oh, it's a decent movie. Oh, I didn't make his money. Oh, it's a terrible movie, but it made his money. Thank God.
Yeah, but how much do they need to make for it to be a success? That's the scary part. They can't break even. They can't break even. They have to make more. Yeah.
They got to go with the they got to go for a 300 million kind of deal. Plus, I don't know how much the movie costs. I'm sure it costs a lot.
I'm sure it costs about 300 million to make.
It needs to be a Shohei Ohtani home run or something. It needs to be a Lionel Messi in extra time goal. That's what they need.
It doesn't need extra time. It needs to be done during time. It can't be like a golden goal or extra time. So I need to obliterate the competition in like the first half.
Yeah, this is a point differential situation where
this is like you're hoping the mercy rule is in play. And I don't think it is.
I don't think they have it. I don't think they have it.
Even though this involves a dog, I don't think it's John Wick style level.
They made the movie. If you go see the movie, it's about them killing Crypto the dog and some rage fucking revenge. I would be 100% down with that. John Wick with Superman would be wild.
I would go watch that with my dog.
Everybody was cheering and then the dog even got was like, fuck yeah. Fuck yeah. But it's all right on that. But I saw the trailer to The Running Man today. It looks good.
I don't think there's much left that I really want to watch after Superman. I may be wrong about that.
You're not fucking with the Fantastic Four, Manny? Fantastic Four! Give him a chance!
The thing is, though, there's nothing riding on this Fantastic Four other than Pedro's career.
No, because remember Marvel is in a bit of a slump, and this is supposed to be their. This is the comeback. Fantastic Four is supposed to be their comeback.
No, Thunderbolts is a comeback.
No. Thunderbolts isn't a real hero, baby. In the grand scheme of all, the Thunderbolts don't matter. I'm talking about real superhero shit. The Fantastic Four needs to bounce back. God damn, stop spamming me. Fantastic Four has to be as good of a hit as Superman because they are trying to set up the Avengers Doomsday. Right now, the main Marvel characters are in shambles. That you're anchoring to the Thunderbolts to be main characters that shows you're in trouble. That is like having depending your entire season on Brooke Lopez being center on your team. Clippers side. That's what it seems like. So
shout out to the Anaheim Ducks drafting a guy named McQueen and sending him to Disneyland to pose with Lightning McQueen. That is a jersey that needs to be sold.
Yeah, we need Lightning McQueen night. You know what? Confession: never seen the movie Cars. Never seen the movie Cars.
You need to watch it. It's great.
No, I'm okay. It's been this long. It's been this long, Manny. It's been this long. I'm good. I had no interest back then.
I watched Bolt with the dog the other day.
That's the one with John Travolta, right?
I think so.
And Miley Cyrus?
Well, this sounds like a preview that no one wants. Karaoke Night 17, Return of the Legends. Eric, Ryan, and Manny call in reinforcements. Old rivals, new challenges. Anyone can show up. And for the first time, Marcus may be outnumbered. Are you the karaoke king? Who is this?
Pretty good at karaoke. Even though I flaked last Thursday. They were like, hey, let's go to karaoke night. And I was like, yeah, I'm down. And then I was like, Thursday got there. It was time to go. I'll just stay home. I'm 40. I'm done. I'm 40. I'm 40. I'm cooked. These are the dark days. I'm sorry. I can't do it. You go out there and have your fun, you crazy kids.
So yeah, that is today's show. Like the video and subscribe if you haven't. Yep. The video. Leave us comments, people. Go watch the video from Sunday. Sharpie Sunday. Go watch Sharpie Sunday videos and leave all comments on them.
What they call the Sunday video? No, you just call it
Sharpie Sunday. You called them the Sunday video. I said Sharpies on Sunday or something.
You don't even have a made up name. Just check them out. There's Sunday and there's
videos, all right? Just check them out.
Check them out. But yeah, so leave a comment at the end of this video. Manny may leave a comment. I have nothing to say. Maybe we ask what's your favorite theme song or something. Or maybe we put something uplifting, like let's talk about the Holocaust together, guys. Come on. That was a dark point of the show. Really tough to come back from that, but we did. We covered it. We followed that with Tiffany Stratton saying racist shit. So
that was quite a niche tangent.
Yeah.
we followed racial devastation with racial, something racial.
You know what? Maybe in the poll, do you think Superman's gonna hit? Do you think Superman will save Warner Brothers and all of Warner Brothers?
Is Superman the savior?
Yeah, like literally, Superman has to save not people this time. He has to save Warner Brothers. He has to save the WB. What? Yeah, can Superman do it?
It's a lot riding on Henry.
Well, no, it's not Henry Cavill. I
thought it was.
No. It's Davis Cornersberg spelled fat or something. It's a new Superman.
Marcus, he ain't gonna do it.
He ain't the
guy. He ain't the guy.
Black Adam took Henry Cavill away. Not a fair shake. I will say this. I think in the superhero genre, and I am DC biased, whatever. Fuck you people. I don't care. I think Henry Cavill and Ben Affleck got the rawest shape as a Batman Superman combo as anybody ever had. They got the worst movies possible for them. They deserve better. They deserve better. They deserve better.
Marcus, I don't think Ben Affleck being Batman is the worst Batman though.
No, he's not.
It's Val Kilmer.
No. It's George Clooney.
I could flip between George Clooney and Val Kilmer. I think he's the third worst Batman. Actually, no. Vampire Boy is the third. Vampire Boy is in the bottom three. Patterson.
What's Patterson in it? Nah, Patterson's not top bottom three. He's not worse than Clooney and Kilmer.
Marcus, there's a whole film in the middle.
In the guy from the 1940s.
In that last Batman movie, there's a whole middle bit that was just like not necessary.
Not necessary. Let Batman be Batman. You're being harsh. The more I watch the Batman, the more I go, this is actually a really good movie. Really well put together.
But yeah.
But
see, I'm a DC guy. I'm a DC guy too, but not for the movies.
We're down right now. You know, we're down.
They've always been down.
We're the Washington Bullets. We're the Washington Wizards. We're the New York Jets. That hits more home than it should, probably for Manny. We're the Los Angeles Clippers. We're the San Diego Chargers.
About Raw is every week.
Yeah.
Michael Cole choosing a New York Jets reference.
He did
every week. Every week he shoehorns in a Jets reference recently, and it reminds me that that September's close.
Yeah. Well, you know what? He got to be you and Eric. It was Corey and Michael. Corey's a Steeler fan because from Pittsburgh, and he was like, and this week Michael Cole was like, Aaron Rodgers had already broke my heart. He will break yours too. That was his comment this week.
I don't think the Steelers are making moves.
Hold on, Manny. Hold on. Let's go back a year. Let's go to 2024. Or let's go to 2023 before he tore his Achilles. It felt like the Jets were making moves. They got all the people Rodgers wanted. Everything seemed to be going their way. And in the end, he still broke your heart. It's over.
Marcus, he broke my heart in 5 minutes.
He came out that flag.
That flag. I'm not even American, Marcus. Go look at that photo again of him coming out that day with that flag. That is the most American thing in a long time. that is what Americana should be like.
That's what America should feel like all the time. But you know what? America is reality, and the Achilles is going to get torn moments after that, and you realize, oh yeah, we're still a fucking idiot country.
Because like when I was in that stadium last year, and that whole the build up to that game, like the whole stadium show that they do with the lights and everything, it's so cool.
Yeah,
for such a bad team.
Manny, I echo your sentiments. Everything in the Inuit Dome about the Clippers is so cool. But we're never going to win.
Yeah. At least you come close sometimes, Marcus.
It's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking every year.
We have not come close in years. Years. When you think, oh, this savior from the Packers, the one that's always a 4-time MVP, blah, blah, blah. Washed up hippie.
High on drugs coming in after long blackouts and sessions and all that. And Joe Rogan, he just did Joe Rogan, people. He's really old.
Goes on his darkness retreats for a season.
Could be worse. He could be on our team this year. Who's your quarterback this year?
Justin Fields.
Oh.
Another rebuilding year, Marcus, is what it is. Another rebuilding year.
Wait till next year.
But let me tell you what might happen. I might buy college football like Eric is. I might play that road to glory again. I might also buy Madden again this year. And I may be the starting quarterback for the Jets this year.
Did you hear about that one NBA player who was a dumbass who thought he could pick his own team? I thought the draft was like 2K.
No.
Yeah, he's stupid. I can't remember his name right now.
Did
And
you
I
see
think
did you see the thing Eric said of the guy that's picked Zero Fear?
what? No.
So his name is Fears or something like that. And he's picked the number 0, so he's Zero Fear. So he's 0 fear.
I love that guy. I love that guy. There's two people I love. Is that guy and there's Noah Nigga, who I believe is playing college right now, and it's just
college football. I've seen that name.
Yeah, Noah Nigga.
Somewhere I was like, no one's gonna be able to say that name.
Yeah, he's a white man named Noah Nigga. It's the greatest thing ever. I can't wait for his first. I can't wait for anything positive to happen. Touchdown by Noah Nigga.
Right, we should wrap up the show because we should have wrapped it off about 20 minutes ago.
Yeah, I mean, Raw was 20 minutes of the show mostly this week.
Yeah, so like the video, subscribe if you haven't. Me and Marcus are out of here. We'll see you this Thursday. Peace.
This just looks like a stadium fight, to be honest. It's like two people going like, "What's going on up there?"
You two dads fighting. You're a piece of shit.
Hey, you come here. I'm trying to have a good time, buddy. I'm trying to have a good time. Wait, who's the dad? LA Knight himself. And I don't know which one I would want to be more embarrassed to have.
LA Knight and Seth look like two dads.
Yeah, but which one do you think would, if you were their kid, which dad are you ashamed of by just on their outfits?
Oh, Seth.
Dad, you're just like a magician.
No, he's dressed as a magician. He's wearing sheer clothing.
You know what? I'm gonna agree. I think I'll be upset. I'll be embarrassed by my dad being Seth Rollins.
I know. It's 25. I know it's 2025. You can be whoever you want to be, but as a kid, you know you're gonna get ridiculed in school.
Yeah, look at your dad. He dresses like a genie.
Your dad is wearing your mom's clothes. Your dad's just like a bitch.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to agree. If I was a kid, I'd be ashamed if Seth was my dad more. Or, Punk is in this option too, but Punk looks like a man throwing that punch.
Punk looks like just like a random guy in the bar.
He looks like the meth addict that got involved for no reason. Like, why is he in this? Y'all ain't fucking with me. No one's even talking to you.
You knocked over his spoon.
That was my one good spoon.
It's like your dad's wearing high heels.
Well, your dad looks like Elvis knockoff.
That looks like he's been working in a coal mine. He looks in that picture.
The black lung. He got the black lung.
He looks in that picture.
He looks like he's going in blackface. Oh shit!
All right, let's go. I didn't even mean to click on that picture.
All right.
All right, we are. Bye.